Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Brahma Bulletin. Thank you all so much for watching. I greatly appreciate you, one and all. And now, this week's stories. The XFL will be conducting 2 talent showcases, one on each coast. You'll see that the XFL is preparing for a talent discovery with East and West Coast showcases. First up, they're going to be doing a showcase in Orlando, Florida. And on October 7th, they will be kicking off that showcase at Celebration High School. On the West Coast, it's going to be San Diego, where they'll be conducting their talent showcase at the Maranatha Christian School in San Diego, and they'll host that on October 21st. The Houston Roughnecks will play in Rice Stadium while TDECU Stadium is being renovated. It makes for a perfect segue into our next story. It looks like the Las Vegas Vipers will be moving stadiums this year. So the XFL's Vegas Vipers will not return to Cashman Field for the 2024 season, multiple sources with knowledge of the situation confirmed to the Review-Journal on Thursday. As of right now, it's unclear whether the move is the first step in a rumored relocation or if the Vipers will seek a new venue in southern Nevada. Right now, there are several rumors as to where the Vegas Vipers will possibly be moving to next. And that leads into this article. So the Vegas Vipers are relocating possibly to either Nashville, Tempe, or Portland. So according to Mike Mitchell of XFL News Hub, it looks like the Vegas Vipers may possibly be relocating altogether. We knew the Cashman Stadium is now confirmed that they're not going to be playing there, and there are several reasons why that they are not going back to Cashman. And as you can see here in this article, it was pretty bad. Cashman Field looked terrible. There was dead grass, painted grass, golf carts on the sideline. It was pretty bad. And now they're saying that they're going to be possibly moving to either Nashville, Tempe, or even to Portland. So stand by for that. We have no clue where they're going to be moving at, but just keep tuned to this channel, and I'll give you the update as soon as I find out any more information regarding this developing story. The following stories may not be San Antonio Brahmas related, but I figured we can show some love to the other sports teams here in San Antonio. The San Antonio Gunslingers have a new sheriff in town. It was recently announced that Tom Menas has been hired as the general manager / head coach of the San Antonio Gunslingers after Fred Shaw stepped down. Now, Tom Menas does have an interesting history in the NAL. Tom Menas is out as the Albany Empire's head coach. So Menas led the Empire to back-to-back NAL championships in his first 2 seasons with the team, the franchise's first 2 seasons in the NAL, but then he was fired. Antonio Brown brings Tom Menas back to coach the Albany Empire. So he's back. Albany Empire owner Antonio Brown held a news conference to name Tom Menas as the head coach. Menas was fired a week before the season started and is now returning to the team. But wait, there's even more. Tom Menas resigns from Albany Empire after a 45-point loss. And then Antonio Brown tweets, cast doubt into the coach's future before he even announced his resignation. It says that his tenure was in doubt even during the game. Former NFL wide receiver Antonio Brown, the Empire's majority owner, tweeted, "New coach, new trainer, new players, who want to win?" And then he resigned. Very interesting, Tom Menas' history in the NAL, but he is now with the San Antonio Gunslingers, and I think that's a good thing. We have a coach that has a winning experience, a winning track record, and has championships under his belt. And I believe that's a really good thing. Now, there has also been some rumors about the San Antonio Gunslingers possibly moving to the IFL. Now, there's been no announcements about that, so as of this episode, that is not happening. the San Antonio Gunslingers will remain in the NAL. However, there is one interesting little tidbit. Watching the press conference in which it was announced that Tom Menas was hired, at the very end, a reporter had asked about the rumors swirling the Gunslingers and where they're going to be playing. And it was said, stay tuned next week. We're going to make a major announcement to where the Gunslingers will play in the 2024 season. Well, so far that week has come and gone, and there still is no announcement. The Missions continue to wallow in last place in the Texas South Division. So San Antonio's Rob Snelling named Texas League Pitcher of the Week. Mission starter Robbie Snelling has been named Texas League Pitcher of the Week, as announced by Minor League Baseball on Monday. For Snelling, this is the second time in his career he has been awarded Pitcher of the Week. He becomes the fifth Missions player to be awarded Player/Pitcher of the Week, along with Daniel Caramia, Daniel Johnson, Bobby McLackey, and Torso Ornelas. In just his second start in the Texas League, Snelling recorded the win on August 30th against the Wichita Wind Surge. In that start, he did not allow a hit in 5 innings of work while striking out 9 batters. The 9 strikeouts ties his career high. SAFC season is quickly coming to a close. There's only 6 games left on the schedule, and they're currently in second place in the Western Conference, just 2 points behind Sacramento. Now, there are 2 players that will be leaving the team. San Antonio FC defenders Shannon Gomez and Ismaila Home have been called up to their respective national teams, the club announced today. Gomez will join the Trinidad and Tobago national team for upcoming CONCACAF Nations League matches, while Home joins the Gambian national team for an African Cup of Nations qualifying match against the Congo. So now, while we are losing 2 members, we are going to be gaining a familiar face. San Antonio FC has acquired attacker Nathan Fogaka on loan from the Portland Timbers, pending league and federation approval. With SAFC in 2021, Fogaka matched the club's single-season goal record with 11 goals in the regular season. Fogaka scored twice in the postseason as well, as San Antonio advanced to the Western Conference Final for the first time in club history. Since heading to Portland after the 2021 season, Fogaka has appeared in 27 MLS matches and starting 9, and he tallied a brace in his MLS debut on May 14, 2022, and has scored once and assisted twice in 2023. This week's player in the spotlights, Blaine Hoover, University Incarnate Word. Here's a nice article about Blaine Hoover called Earning an Opportunity. Hoover lands workout with the 49ers. It does chronicle his history in high school and with the University of the Incarnate Word, and how he was invited to the San Francisco 49ers rookie minicamp and received an invite for a private workout afterwards. Very well written article about his history and his time at all these places, and how he hooked up with one of the premier minds of the air raid offense. And that chance meeting here in 2022 and the air raid tour as a defensive end, but then during that meeting he switched to offense, and then as an offensive tackle his team put together a scoring drive, and because of that he was told that he could potentially make an NFL roster, and then eventually he gets a workout with the San Francisco 49ers to their rookie minicamp to show off his abilities. Unfortunately, he did not make the 49ers roster, and he was eventually cut. But it does continue to say that with the creation of the XFL and the USFL, the option to continue to tweak his craft remains available, and the dreams of making it to the greatest football stage. And then he has some quotes about the very last quote I really like. Don't be scared to bet on yourself, Hoover said. I bet on myself, and it has played out. As always, know your worth, and when you know it, add taxes. Continue to bet on yourself and think greatly of yourself and stay positive throughout the process. Positivity breeds success. And that is our Brahma in the spotlight. Blaine Hoover, offensive lineman from the University of the Incarnate Word. Now, I am going to be keeping a bullseye out for this young man because I always root for local talent. And although he's not originally from San Antonio, he's from Bedias, Texas, but he did play here at the University of the Incarnate Word, which is right down the street. And so he did play here locally. So I consider him a local talent, and I always root for extra hard for local talent. So Blaine Hoover, I'm rooting for you extra hard. And that's it for this week. If you found this episode entertaining and informative, please smash that like button. Also, please consider subscribing to this channel to be kept up to date on all things San Antonio Brahmas. And for those listening on Spotify, please follow my channel, and if you wouldn't mind taking a few moments to rate this episode. I greatly appreciate you one and all. And I think it's now time for this Brahma to be put out to pasture. At least until the next episode. Until then, San Antonio, horns forward.